I'm Kevin McCusker, and this is Giant Talk. Our guest, Stan Carrizosa, is Superintendent and President of College of the Sequoias. Stan, thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure.
So I notice you're got your COS football gear on. What's that about?
Yeah, I'm rocking my COS football shirt today. Tomorrow night is our season opener against Foothill, so we're excited. You know, the players have been working hard. We had a special meeting this morning to honor a couple of preseason players, so I'm wearing my colors to support them as the season gets started.
Excellent, excellent. And check it out at cos.edu/athletics. Find out some more information about the game tomorrow. So I'm just going to throw one out there to get you started here. Tell everybody about College of the Sequoias. What's the state of the college? How are we doing as a college?
And I think overall, the college is doing really well. We've certainly had historic periods where we've performed really well, and we've had periods of time when we've been under challenges, whether they were fiscal or otherwise. We're really hitting an upswing in the college's overall productivity and structure and follow through. You know, I'll touch real quickly on the post-accreditation environment. Right. I think we've done really well there. You know that we've been removed from show cause. We have the remaining portion of that follow-up report that we'll complete in October. We'll have a visiting team back here to see us in November, and we're very confident that when the commission meets in February, we'll get a removal from that final layer of warning, and we'll be right in the middle of our next term for regular accreditation cycle update. So we're feeling really good about that. I think having that behind us now and using all of those systems to operate and move the college forward has been very, very successful for us.
And you would expect that cycle would probably be similar to previous years. Mid-February would be an announcement on where we are with that, and we'll be able to share a lot of good news, hopefully.
Absolutely. We look for our letter around February 10th. That first or second week of February, we get our letter from the commission, and that'll close the chapter on the previous follow-up from accreditation.
Great. So, I mean, that's kind of what was, but what's more important is where are we going? What do you expect this year that not only the students but the community as a whole should be looking for and they can expect to see from COS now?
Well, it's nice to see the economy gradually pulling itself back and the opportunity for College of the Sequoias to be responsive to that. You know, our statistics from last year are pretty good. The new systems and the new structures have really responded well to what students need. 1,194 degrees or certificates issued, pinning over 55 nurses and licensing over 96 police officers, and putting 25 new firefighters and 25 new physical therapy assistants into the workforce. Those are all of the trends we want to build on for the coming year. So I think you're going to see more of the same with that, and it's going to be stronger. We're lining ourselves up to be responsive now to the Student Success Act, which was adopted by the legislature, the Board of Governors, and now really is a framework for us from the Chancellor's office to build and improve the success of the college. Special funding's coming for us to enhance the level of student services that we provide and take best practices that we know about helping students succeed in community college and scale them up. So things like students grouping together in cohorts for math lab time, writing center time, study time, you're going to see more of that. Things like intermittent and more frequent contact with counselors and faculty advisors, you're going to see more of that. Communication, pre-enrollment, follow-up for students who are at risk. All of the new dollars are coming for us to do a better job in those areas, all intended to help us increase the number of degrees, certificates, and transfers. So that's really the immediate light we have shining on us in the near future.
That's really interesting. And you know, I was looking at some numbers earlier today, and you can see on the enrollment kind of line chart, you can see that peak from and then a dip, and you can see that line starting to come back up. So it really looks, it's a real visual cue that shows people about how the college is starting to come back to form and real positive trends.
Yeah, you know, when we have the budget swings that we do, we have to expand and contract. I think what we're trying to do this time now is be more thoughtful, recognize that the budget roller coaster ride will continue. And so as we scale up a little bit, we're doing it in increments that are more easily contracted when budgets reduce, so that we don't add dozens of courses and then 2 years later cut dozens of courses.
Right.
We're trying to be more thoughtful and incremental so that in any given year when we need to make adjustments, we're not really pulling the rug out from under students in the middle of their plans.
Right. Well, now, that's kind of a broad view of the college district as a whole, and obviously our community knows because we have locations in Visalia, Hanford, and Tulare. You know, we're a 3-location district. What about each individual location, though? Like, let's take Hanford, for example. What do you see on the horizon this year, specifically for the Hanford Center?
Yeah, the Hanford Center is now in the start of their 5th year, and we're really excited about their increased enrollment. What we've done specifically there is expanded the industrial maintenance program to work alongside of our law enforcement, police academy, fire academy. We were excited earlier this summer because we had the chancellor actually come down from Sacramento and spend time in College of the Sequoias district, and he wanted to tour all 3 campuses. So when we took him to show him the Hanford campus and we talked about the increased enrollment there, the expansion of student services, academic services, and now vocational services, it was very encouraging because I think the big point to make about the Hanford campus this year is we have an application into the Chancellor's office for official center status. And when you're designated as a center under the Chancellor's office definition, it makes you eligible then in future years for state facilities funding, for increased general funding if your enrollment increases. So you've got to get that center designation in order to be in line for that additional support. And now we've met all the criteria at the Hanford location to earn that center status. So we look for a ruling by the Board of Governors on our center status application in January.
And even newer than Hanford, the Tulare College Center, that's been up and running for a little while now. What do you see happening there?
Just happened to be at a meeting out at the Tulare College Center this afternoon. It was a wonderful session. We hosted all of the high school counselors from our feeder high schools in the district, gave them an opportunity to get an update on all of College of the Sequoias, but specifically talk to them about the Tulare campus. Again, enrollment continues to grow there. I think we're finding that a pretty significant percentage, 60% or more, are coming from the Tulare, Lindsay area of the south portion of our district. So it's proving to us that our prediction about getting that college education opportunity closer to students' homes really does drive an increase in enrollment. So what we're learning about the Tulare College Center now is that students who weren't attending COS before are now attending COS because they've got a center close to their home and in their own backyard. We're excited about increasing the staffing in the agriculture department. For the first time in 5 years, we hired a full-time additional instructor, animal science instructor. We're excited about that program. We know that the animal science program is one of those underpinnings that allows our ag students to be fully prepared to go on for either a 4-year degree in agriculture or to move into the industry and work directly in dairy or one of the other animal sciences. So agriculture is a significant part of what we're excited about for the Tulare campus this year. And of course, just increasing the offerings so that a student now can take all of the courses they need at the Tulare campus to transfer to 4-year college or university. So again, it's making that transfer opportunity and that vocational opportunity available to them at a college center that's close to their home.
Yeah, and you know, the College Board has some statistics on, what is it, for every 20 miles away you are from a college location, you're something like 50% less likely to go to college. And when I tell people that number, they're usually very, they don't believe it. And we're seeing numbers in Tulare that indicate that it's true. Proximity makes a big difference.
It really does. And we were a little worried at first when we opened mid-year in that very first year in January 2013, because we knew we were going to see the students who were already attending COS from Tulare but coming to the Visalia campus migrate back. We wanted to make sure that we got more than just that migration, that we actually increased the enrollment from students who otherwise were not attending COS at all. And that's what we've seen, and that proves that the statistic that you just mentioned, that if you get an educational opportunity closer to their home, students are going to be more apt to attend. And we're seeing that, which is really part of our mission. Bringing college education to our rural communities is something very significant.
So, and we don't want to neglect the old standby here, the COS campus here in Visalia, entering our 88th year in the, not all of it at this location, obviously, but What do you see happening here in Visalia?
And we're excited for the Visalia campus. Our foot traffic here is up over 8,000 students. Our programs here have been and continue to be strong. I think probably the thing we're most excited about, it may sound a little bit innocuous, but it's exciting to us, and that is with the return of the state economy and the ability to hire additional faculty back. 16 new faculty over the last 2 falls, and a number of them in key subjects, sciences, our language arts, our mathematics programs. And what that's doing is it's opening those sections for students who were backlogged, who were finding that they were impacted and couldn't get the transfer credits they needed to move on to their 4-year college. So just making our quality program accessible to more students again by being able to restore faculty is a huge boon on the Visalia campus. And then specifically, we've got the Pathway to Law School initiative that was approved by the Chancellor's office. We're one of 24 community colleges across the state that have this fabulous partnership now. Students can engage in this law school initiative program here on the campus at Visalia, and if they take the full continuum of the 2-year courses that are here, they're a preferred enrollment for admission into a 4-year college that will then prepare them and guarantee their admission into law school. So we're excited about the law school initiative. We think that we've got a student population that's been underrepresented in that area, and so we're marketing that and we're trying to get that word out to students, especially incoming high school students. If you have an interest in the field of law, we have a pathway for you.
That's great. Well, that's a lot of good things happening here at the college, both here at the Visalia campus, at our centers in Tulare and Hanford. There's a lot going on. I want to thank you for stopping by, Stan. Once again, I'm Kevin McCusker. This has been Giant Talk. Please join us again. Thank you.